Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto Online Cayo Perico video. It is a gorgeous night here in Los Santos, and I am here to provide you with all the answers that you might need to get yourself on the island, off the island, find out your main loot, find out your secondary loot, and get back and ready to do your setup missions. So, on that note, let's get started. Alright, we're already here at my Kasatka. Why don't we head inside? Alright, so I'm sure you already know how to do this part. Right, we're gonna gather our intel and find out what our main loot is, along with our secondary targets. Alright, we need to head to Lago Zancudo. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit down here at the driver's seat. And we are going to fast travel as close as we can. Probably going to be Chumash, I'd say. Chumash it is. And, well, it looks like I forgot to return my Oppressor Mark II, but you know what? That's alright. Alright. Time to stand up. See? Yep, I destroyed my vehicle by leaving it on the outside of the submarine. But, hey, that's alright. It's not the end of the world. So here we go. We're going to hop on our Sparrow. If you do not have a Sparrow, I highly suggest that you get one. If you have a dinghy, you could use a dinghy for this, but I highly suggest you get yourself a Sparrow as soon as possible. Very convenient to have in the submarine. We're going to make our way over to our airplane. What we want to do here is there's usually a group of guards standing in between the car and the plane. There's going to be a car down there and a group of guys. You want to try to line up the shot. You don't want to hit the plane, but right there. You want to try to line up that shot, and that will most of the time force all the guys. See how he's running towards the car? But then there's also a guy not running towards the car. He's running away from the car. So there's usually always going to be one guy left. If you get lucky, you can take them all out, but we're going to have to deal with this one guard, and that's okay. Oh, looks like we didn't get him. Oh, we did get him. All right. Let's make our way onto the Vellum here. Oh, looks like we got the car and, well, my helicopter in the way, but we will just skirt around them real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and speed this long, boring flight up for you, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, and here we are at the gorgeous island of Cayo Perico. We will sit through this little cutscene here, or I will speed it up actually. Alright, first thing we want to do is obviously hit our buildings. Check our secondary loot. Want to go ahead and open up our camera. We want to take 2 pictures. It does not cover them both. You have to take 2 individual pictures to get them both marked on the map. I'm gonna go ahead and climb up here. You can either climb or there's a ladder right over here that you can take. Either way works. We want to go over here and see what we've got here. All right, we've got ourselves a nice table there on the right hand side, and a little cache on the far table. All right, so we've got our secondary loot scoped within this building. Now we could probably fill up on what we have there. In fact, I know we could fill up on what we have there, but we're gonna make our way over here just to see if we can get ourselves another table of, let's call it the white stuff. Why don't we? And it looks like we got 2 tables of the grass. So we will scope them just in case. Just so you know, when you get back to the Kasatka, what you have, because sometimes people forget. Now, something I want to show you is, yes, there is a bike over there. I'm sure everyone has seen it. Everyone who has done this before knows about it. But I want to show you the location of a second bike that not everybody knows about, just in case you get caught or you lose it. And that way, you won't have to run all the way to the communications tower. And yes, the bike is right there. And in fact, we're going to see it fall over right... No, maybe not. Maybe it won't fall over this time. We're going to go ahead and grab our bike. And it is just down the road there. Right where that guard is walking up and down the road there. Alright, what we want to do is we want to go through here, and we want to make our way up here. And just be very careful. No need to go too fast, because you will probably fall off the bike from, hitting a bush or a little stick. This island is covered with brush and can be very hard to navigate sometimes. But we want to make our way over to this here camera. Okay, we don't want to go obviously in front of it, but we're going to make our way over to about here. Okay. Now when we're crossing the road here, we want to make sure there are no vehicles coming. And again, just take your time, no need to rush. It's still going to be quick. Again, make sure there's no vehicles coming. We're going to make our way up here. Alright. And there was a vehicle coming, but we managed to get out in front of it. Now we want to just line ourselves up right here, and we want to look forward at these guards here. See how he turned around? And he's going to be right where we need to go. So that is what you want to wait for. And in a second here, he's going to turn back around, and that is our cue to go. Now straight ahead, where my bike is aiming, there are 3 trees. We want to aim to go between the ones on the left here. Okay, and we're going to hit this jump and hit this gap over here, just like that. Alright, when we do that, we want to make our way over here, and this is what I personally like to do, is make my way up here, and we want to check and see if there is a guard standing here. Now there is no guard here. That's because that guard is over here. Now if you see a guard standing here, that means there will be no guard here. And that means that your power box, your hacking box, is going to be here on the ground. It'll actually be right here, or it'll be right here. And I'll show you when we arrive there. So we're safe. There's no guard there. But I'm going to show you what to do just in case the guard is there. Okay, obviously we want to avoid the camera. Slowly make our way, also watching for vehicles, because vehicles do come through here quite a bit. And you want to slowly, and also there is another bike here, but if we squeeze through right here when that guard is there and do a little bit of this like that and make our way up this hill, also watching for that vehicle and the guard on the left who just turned around on my left. Okay, and we want to just make our way over here. And if you can see on the mini map, there's a little L-shaped building there. You want to just make sure that you go around that and around these trees here so you don't fall down in there. And quickly make our way across the street. Again, check for vehicles. And want to just kind of jump over this railing. Whoops. Or you can go around it. Doesn't either way. Kind of fun to make the jump though. So, see, we have our guard there. And if the guard was not there, like I said, there would be a box right here. Or there would be another box on that building there. But there is no box. So we need to head up the ladder here. I'm going to speed this part up for you. It looks like we have to go all the way to the top. But I just want to state one more time. If there is a guard here at the tower who's right underneath us, you will have to climb. If there is no guard here, then this exact box will be on the ground. Okay, so we're going to open up this signal box. And we're going to have to do a hack in order to see what our primary loot is going to be. Alright, so this is how this works. I will try to explain this in the time that we have here. The symbols on the right, and this is actually perfect because the three symbols that you see in the right hand side inside the circles are the only three symbols you will ever see. On the top, we have an X. The X stands for times 10. Okay, in the middle, we have a line with two slashes. That stands for times 2. On the bottom, we have a square with a vertical slash through it. That stands for times 1. Our goal is to meet the target number there at the top, 61. So we basically need to do the math. I like to call this the math hack. Okay, so what this can be a lot of the times is the process of elimination. So we know that we want to get as close to as we can. We have a 4 and a 3, right? So we want to take 5 and we want to go to the times 10 to get our 50. All right. Now we need 11 more. So basically you just need to attempt and just kind of try things out. So right there, 4 times 2 gives us 58. All right. And then now 3 times 1 gives us 3 more, which will give us 61. This will be a little complicated at first, but you give this a couple tries and you will get this. You will get this eventually. So now we want to open up our phone and we want to go to the bottom right corner app called Sightseer and open that up. Right, and we want to scroll over, going to the right by pressing right on the D-pad. And we want to scroll until we see basement. You'll have to press it 3 times. Okay. And it looks like we have bearer bonds this time. Okay. Everything else that we get will be inside this glass case. So that would be the tequila, the ruby necklace, or the infamous pink diamond. Or if they ever bring it back, we may just get the panther statue. But that is currently unavailable, and you will not get that. As far as I know, you will not get that. So we have bearer bonds, which means instead of getting a plasma cutter, we're going to have to go steal the safe code. All right? So since we're running this solo, you don't need to scope out the rest of it. But if you want to just take a look and see how much gold you get, or if you think that you may be running this with a friend or 2 or possibly 3, you would want to scope out and see what we have. So we have some gold and we have a painting, right? Then if you are running solo, you do want to look inside the office because see, look at that. We have 1 painting inside the office so far on office cam 1. Then we're going to go over to office cam 2. And let's see if we have another painting. No, we don't. It would be on that plaque right there with the wooden board and the light. Okay. Now for the rest of this, if you're running this solo, you don't need to look at the rest of this. But we will just quickly scan through. Oh, look, we got another gold. Scan through here. Oh, another gold. Oh wow, this is turning into a pretty good run here. Nothing on that table. Wow, another gold. See, this would be good. 3 gold right there. 3, or was that 4? Would be good if you're running with friends. That's definitely what you want. Gold has the most value out of any loot besides out of any secondary loot. Obviously the main loot. Wow, another gold. All right, and South Storage Camp 2 is the last one. All right. If this is your first time, you definitely would want to go through the rest of these images and see here at the north gate we have a door that you can go through with a keypad, if you can see the keypad on the door there. Okay, next we have the north wall, which has a little broken part of the gate there. For that, you would need a grappling hook. You would need to find a grappling hook. I could go over all of this in a separate video. If this is something that you want to see, let me know in the comment section below, and I will go over this in a whole separate video, talking about how you can find all of the other things on the island, like the bolt cutters, and the grappling hook, guard clothing, so you could be in a disguise, and everything else that you can find on the island. Here we find the main gate, which is going to be the exit point for a lot of the time. Here we have the south gate, which we have another door with another keypad. And the south wall, which again we have a break in the fence there, in the wall there, which we can use a grappling hook to climb over. And this cycles us back to the beginning. Now, from here, the fastest way to get back to the mainland is to simply open up your interaction menu and press up to go down to the bottom, and make sure that your spawn location is set for the Kasatka. Okay, and what we're going to simply do is press start, go to online, press X, go down to the bottom, and go find new session, and we're going to launch into an invite only session. This will bring us right back to our Kasatka. And every time you launch into a new session, the game automatically saves, so it will save everything that we just did there. And just like that, we're back in our Kasatka.
Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it more than you know. If you found this video helpful or informative, please do me a favor and hit that like button, and maybe even the subscribe button if you're feeling generous. All right, have a great day.